Welcome to the beautiful city of Bamenda. For the past 4 years, the northwest and the southwest regions of this nation has been facing tense political crises. Fear and instability has been running the streets of Bamenda. But despite this crisis, life goes on, and we can still find people doing amazing life-saving jobs, fixing broken medical equipment. Rare in our society, but it does still exist. My guest for today is Mr. Tatah Silas, a biomedical mechanic engineer and CEO of Biomedical Mechanic Engineering Center, Bamenda. Am I correct, Mr. Tatah?
Right.
My first question is simple.
Yes.
What is biomedical mechanic engineering, or who is a biomedical mechanic engineer?
When we talk about biomedical engineering, it is a science practice in device manufacturing of equipment, be medical equipment. And when we talk about a biomedical mechanic engineering, we are all about centralizing on orthopedic technician.
Biomedical mechanic engineering is very science in our society.
Yes.
What motivated you to undertake this journey?
When I was growing young, I've been in so many hospitals. I saw equipment upon equipment and abandoned. And a time like that, I get with my mother in the one hospital, and they told me a device was almost bad. And I asked them, can this not be repaired? They said they will only wait because there is no mechanic engineer that can open the device. I was disappointed. From that day, I started working my brain, how to follow up the study.
Okay, tell me about your academic journey from the time you discovered this prestigious skill to improving in your academic background and becoming a competent and qualified professional in the field.
You know, some past years ago, they wanted to bring out a helicopter in Kumbu division. I was one of the background engineers. Some guys came from Europe and they were looking for talented people. I was selected to go and study this. They were asking me, can I further my education? Now that I've ended my secondary education, can I not go to university? I told them, my parents are very poor. I can't do that for now. I'm unable. And they were asking me, even you have to go, what are you going to do? What is all about? What are you going to study? I told them that I am interested. I did not even know the word biomedical mechanic engineering. I didn't know. I told them that I want to be good in repairing good hospital equipment, and even why not manufacturing them. What are you talking about? I told them that no, this is what I want to know. One thing happened with me a time like that with my mother. I was so disappointed. And they questioned me more and more. From that day, those guys, they took me, and when they took me, that is my life. I was going from university to university, from industry to industry, from mechanic center to mechanic center. So from there, I pick up my study from one country to another. I've been in America, I've been in London, I've been in Germany, I've been in Australia, I've been in a lot of countries.
Do you mind showing me around some of your works?
Because of the place and the condition of our time, the garage is somewhere, but this is just a part of it, of the garage. But as you're going to take a look at part of the garage, I will show you some few things. Thank you, come along with me.
Okay.
You see, when I produce this tricycle, it is not only that it should be used manually. I do it the way I see a deformity. If I can discover a deformity is unable to paddle it, I will mount up an engine. So if this one is standing dry, because anytime I discover a deformity, I make a wheelchair according to, or neither a tricycle, according to a deformity. I don't just do, because I discover people go and buy wheelchairs, buy things and go and begin to share to people. You can give a wheelchair to somebody and the person may develop a second deformity. Giving a wheelchair to a deformed somebody is a good thing. But people like us, orthopedic technician and engineer in medical equipment, you're supposed to consult us. When you consult us, we are going to prescribe or we neither change the wheelchair so much so that the wheelchair is going to suit the deformity of that deformed person. See, these beds, they have been brought by the hospital for repairs. Not only for repairs, they complain that all the time they are electronic. They also need that they should use them manually. So because of our environment, it could not permit them to be using current every day. So I have to change this. Like I started the other ones, I'm changing them to be so much I can function manually, all of them, and still yet they will function with their electronic side of it. As you can see, as I was telling you, this is one of my products. This is torches, and they are made out of cypress wood found around here in Bamenda, and the wood is all over Cameroon. Yeah. This is the echography machine. It is under repairs. I'm working on it. So in a few days I will be over with it. I discovered the motherboard is not more reading very well. So much so that I am there working on it to see how I can bring back the motherboard to life.
You talk about the positioning of patients so that they can easily adhere to medication.
Yes. Well, I talked about positioning the body to take healing. You position the body to take healing. You know, drugs, when they enter your body, it is not the drugs that heal you. You don't get healed by the drugs. The body heals itself. The drugs go and position the body to heal itself. You can have dislocation. You have people with deformities. When the surgeon operates and that is over, it is over about surgeon. What the person that's supposed to come in, it is the orthopedic technician that falls under biomedical mechanic engineering. The orthopedic does what? It's going to form a caliper, what we call a caliper. Something that can position under the leg that was broken to be straight, so much so that the healing will take place very fast without strain. This is an analog microscope. So through my own research and discovery, I've been able to turn this analog to digital. I have a device where it is produced by me. I just plant it around here and I send it to the computer. You don't send your eyes there again. It will read everything. All whatsoever you will suppose the specimen you put under it is going to read. So it has been my discovery for all this time.
Biomedical Mechanic Engineering Center, Bamenda, is a business.
Yes.
Above all else.
Yes.
So how is the business? Are you breaking even?
What I would like to tell to, the people is that this is a field whereby if you embark in this business, you are going to make it. It is great. You will not only make it, but you are going to create impact, because all about life is creating impact. Thank you.
Let's talk about your expansion plan. Have you ever thought of setting up other branches of your business in cities like Douala and Yaoundé?
Yes, that has been my cry to do so, because I also expect that since I am to make out my country and to make their needs, I have to expand it, and it has been drawn in the program. So it is in due time you will discover that it will be all over Cameroon.
And have you ever visited other health facilities in these cities to see what they do with their broken biomedical equipment and consequently propose your services to them?
Not, I have visited them, but silently. I will tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth. I have visited them silently. because I am good in taking a device that must have been bad. I can take a device that is bad. This is, you can see coagulators are here. I have a lot of parts. These are parts of medical equipment. They have removed some through them.
What kind of parts are these? What are the functions of these parts?
Okay, this is just for electronic bed, motherboard for the electronic bed. So there are some things inside here that I've already changed them to my own system. When I take them like this, I'll study the board. There are some board, if you they threw them. No, when I take those board, I bring them back to life. Either I bring them and form another device with it. For an example, like this lumbar traction bed, that device that has been taken out of this place, it was not like, here is not like in Europe. We are in Africa where you go to orthopedic shop and you just buy part. Look, what I'm taking here to do things with it, they are stretched. We are going to get back those things and bring them back to life. Or if we don't bring them back to life, there is something we can remove from there and change it and produce another device using that thing. So we use them as part.
So, Mr. Tatah, do you have a solid training program that you can introduce to biomedical departments of universities in your country?
The syllabus has not been brought out the way the university can study now, but I can do them. I can bring them out. But right away, I'm writing books. I'm writing books on this biomedical mechanic engineering.
What is the maximum number of students you've ever had in your center for training?
Okay, I have 5 of them for now. Just 5 of them for now.
Is that the maximum you've ever had at
yeah, since I started, I have 5 of them. And one thing is that we don't just take a student, to be sincere with you. When a student comes to me, I do what? Because one thing, I avoid teaching somebody on the blackboard, writing books and writing things, and this is where we are failing. We write things, we are good in writing things, we are good in explaining on the blackboard, but we can't do them. We can't do them. So, before I take a student, I will run out that student through a test. If I discover that you are somebody you are sharp to do that, then that's where you will be admitted. That is the only interview.
My last question. It so happens that we are having this interview at the point when the world is suffering from the coronavirus pandemic. Many are infected, many are dying, and many are affected. What message do you have for your countrymen?
Okay. Well, what I would say is that this is a challenge that the whole world is facing. But I will end up by saying that I've not been in other part of the country. I've just been in Bamenda. But what I'm watching in Bamenda right away, everybody is following the rules. Everybody is following what they're supposed to do. And I believe following this instruction given by some medical personnel over there, because of the challenge and what they have studied and seen, we are going to cope and we are going to overcome it.
Thank you very much for having me today in your premises, and I wish you the best.
Okay, I will also say I wish you people the best.
For those who had a chance to follow up the local construction of an helicopter in the bridge division, will definitely recognize Mr. Tatah Silas. Years have passed, and this is what ambition, hard work, and talent has made of him. A competent and qualified biomedical mechanical engineer. And it is on this tricycle that I call it an end to this program. Thank you very much for watching, and until we meet next time, it's goodbye. So if you enjoyed this interview and you would like to watch more videos on Cameroonians who are doing amazing jobs, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Thank you very much.